Welcome to Semper Hua Podcast.
All right, welcome to Semper Hua, episode 2. I'm OG. This crane-eating bastard over here is Sam, and our guest today is Pete Michalchek.
Hey.
We also have Scott Eilert back. Well, I don't think he actually left. He just stayed in my basement.
No, I'm in the armory, stuck in the corner, like with the dunce cap. I feel like I've done something wrong. They're not telling me what yet, though.
And we won't. We're just going to let the
course not.
mystery just like float there in the ether and just see what happens.
Got any spare change?
Right.
So,
Change.
Pete over here is in the Army Reserve. We actually served together.
Yes.
If you want to give a quick little bio to the listeners.
Yeah. Hey, Pete, Chicago native, security law enforcement background on the civilian side. Been in the Army for, almost 8 years or so. And do psychological operations for the Army. And that's about it.
Can you explain the psychological operations?
Sure. Basically, influence operations, kind of what information campaigns like what the Russians and the Chinese are doing against us. We try to give it right back to them. We just do it better.
So you guys were literally the first influencers. Instagram ain't got shit on you guys, huh?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
A lot of interesting stuff like from World War II and what have you, like inflatable tanks just to deceive the enemy, stuff like that. I mean, Ghost Army.
Yeah,
Check 'em
that
out.
was a fucking cool ass
That's-
operation.
yeah,
Anyone
right.
who hasn't looked that one up, that is fucking nutty, man. You guys con those fucking crowds so hard, man.
Right?
Yeah.
Someone had to.
Well, I mean, it probably wasn't that hard. I mean, like, look what they did, man. They're a bunch of fucking idiots.
Oh, well, let's
Yeah.
hold on here. They had great ingenuity, and they believed in science, so they had that going for them. But the Jews thing was a little weird.
Little weird?
Are we? It's like every episode.
I can't believe we're having that conversation.
We can't.
All right.
First of all, YouTube will nuke the fuck out of us for that. So
Right.
we're
Do
sorry,
this. Let's
YouTube.
get into our military current events. Sam,
And there's been plenty this week.
Oh God, this week has been fucking
I know it was hard to pick
gold.
the good ones here, but Sam, why don't you start us off?
Yeah. So hopefully this first one will everyone will really find quite funny. This was the first article I actually read this week. While I was taking my morning constitutional. Federal prosecutors have charged an Arizona man accused of forcing off the road National Guard convoy transferring COVID-19 vaccines in West Texas, then holding 11 Guard members at gunpoint. Also, this dude's name is like oddly serial killerish, so we're just gonna go with this. Larry Lee Harris
Totally
of
fits the
Wilcox, Arizona, has been charged with assaulting a federal officer with a deadly weapon. Federal prosecutors announced in a statement on Friday. And he already faced charges of aggravated assault, unlawful restraint, impersonating a public servant, unlawfully carrying a weapon, and interfering with military forces. Oh, my God. And it gets better from here. Police say Harris followed 3 National Guard vans from a gas station and tried multiple times to run them off the roadway before turning his vehicle into oncoming traffic to block their progress. He pointed a gun at a soldier, identified himself as a detective, and demanded to search the vehicles. He told officers that he stopped the vans because he believed people inside them had kidnapped a woman and a child, authorities said. Police say Harris had 3 loaded guns.
Oh,
Wow. You know, like when I first read this and it said Arizona man, I was like oddly disappointed that it wasn't someone from Florida.
Florida man.
I was
Right.
hoping Florida
Well,
man was going to make a
Take
comeback
a look
with
at
a
this dude.
vengeance
Doesn't
on
he
this one.
look like fucking Saddam when he got out of the hole?
No, it was
Yeah.
just before they hung him.
Oh,
yeah.
That's the
yeah,
same
yeah,
look.
Totally.
Actually, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Totally.
yeah. Saddam also had like a very regal, like, fully colored strip down the center of his beard, like,
Right.
he looked pretty good there. But like this guy, wow, bro.
I kind of want to look at his news feed at home and see where the hell he had these ideas.
I want to know where he got the intel of how the vaccine was getting transported. This is like some Fast and the Furious bullshit. Right?
Well, and it happens like, we see it on the reserve side when we pull over at gas stations to fuel up, because we're on a convoy or whatever else. You have random people that come up and just like strike up conversations with you, trying to be like, oh, hey, cool. Like, how's it like being in the Army? And I'm sure some little goofy specialist or prior is like, oh, fine, we're transporting all these vaccines.
Yeah. There's always, there's always one.
So you're saying soft intel is what it is.
Oh,
Literally
absolutely. OPSEC was definitely an issue here.
Well,
And then we have force protection issues too, because he doesn't none of these National Guardsmen ran the guy over or anything else. Here he's got a vehicle probably gets out, like maybe waving a Mickey Mouse badge or a gun or something, I would consider that probably lethal force scenario.
Well, yeah, I would too. But also, I believe in the article it also stated that these guys were transporting this vaccine without any weapons.
Yeah.
Well, the vehicle's
Wait.
the weapon.
They didn't have any?
No.
Right.
Yeah, but you know, you hit the wrong car in a government vehicle, and then you're NJP'd and like thrown in the fucking stockade.
You know what? I'll take that Article 15 if I have to.
I mean, I got one for a lot less. So
Right. I mean, you're
Way to
either
go,
putting
White Sox.
me right. You're either putting me in for an ARCOM or an AAM, or I'm getting the Article 15 with this incident. Right.
Or all three.
Or
Or all three,
Or all
right.
three. I mean, like hell, you could have been the POG Pro and the Scumbag of the Week with
Yeah,
that. Man.
scumbag trifecta, as they would call it.
Promote
Yeah.
above peers.
Can we put this guy's picture back up?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
But like, let's just admire this first of all. Like, look at the hair, look at the beard. Like this guy, those fucking eyebrows, bro.
Those,
Like,
his
shit.
head and hair
Yes.
looks great. You know, you should just shave the beard off. And
Wait. No, because then he's not going to appeal to the hipster crowd.
Ooh.
you think Saddam Hussein appealed to the hipster crowd?
Well, you never know. Give it another 20 years, he might.
See, the gray shows his experience. The color shows his youth.
What we don't see below, what we don't see below him is like a portable turntable and skinny jeans.
Right.
You never know, man. He could be rocking those.
And a Cabela's t-shirt.
Well, and let's not forget a Carhartt jacket and wizard shoes.
All right, I got to keep you guys in check. All right, let's go on.
Sorry, this one was.
right.
I told you
Yeah.
this was a gold week.
I miss Scandalf already.
Let's get into our next one. All right, so I'm going to put these guys up. Florida couple arrested for indecent sex act at Veterans Memorial in broad daylight. All right,
Good for
so
them.
Yes.
Grant Mulder, 48, and Laura Bow, 41, who are prior criminal arrests and convictions, were spotted having sex in front of a passerby while at a park at Largo Central Park near Tampa. The incident, which
Florida,
took
man.
place on Saturday, had prompted a response by police. Largo police report indicated that one responding officer saw Bow laying on her back with her legs spread apart and her vulva exposed as her boyfriend and co-defendant performed cunnilingus on her.
So he's a cunning linguist,
Yeah,
is
he
what
is.
we're saying, huh?
Absolutely.
Good
It
for
should
him.
be noted.
It's always good to be a linguist.
It's also good to just give it every now and then.
It should be noted that the defendant was not only visible to the patrons of the park, that the report continued, but by passersby on East Bay Drive, which is a highly trafficked roadway by both pedestrians and vehicles. So these guys got busted for it. I love the fact that they were released on bond for $150. Mulder pleaded no contest to the charges and accepted a $600 fine.
Yes.
I feel like Bang Bros should have been the ones to post the bond for this one because like this is just pure Florida, man, and those guys put some quality work out there.
Love, though, the police report, her vulva exposed.
Thank you for your cervix.
They did mention that.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, the vulva thing's a little. What?
a little weird.
Yeah,
Okay,
what is-
you're already
what
talking
does a
about the
Swedish car have to do with
indecent
this?
exposure, but let's get in detail about how indecent it was. People are reading this jerking off, probably.
Don't judge me.
Yeah, we do not judge for stuff like that here. All right. And
Some of us like to live vicariously through others' misdeeds.
also, you know, it said like prior criminal arrests. I'm kind of curious what those are.
Oh, I'm sure they're indecent exposure types.
God, I
I mean,
hope
just look
so.
at it. If you pull up the picture again, they just look like that type. You know,
Was-
they live in Naperville, Illinois.
Was it near?
No, they live in Tampa.
Were they near a schoolyard? I don't know.
no, Veterans Memorial.
Oh,
Sex at the veteran. So way to salute the troops.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
thank you for your service,
I think
guys.
it is a good
We really
solution.
do.
Right.
You're right. That's,
I just hope his
I
soldier
just
had his
didn't
helmet
know.
on.
I just didn't know by the Veterans Memorial if they're in the
Look at that guy, he definitely
vicinity.
did.
There's like a public park, you know.
Right.
Yeah, this guy was definitely not. He didn't have a helmet on. No.
No. Just raw dog in that.
Oh, Jesus. All right, Sam. You want to hit the next one here?
Army vet Daniel Merritt re-enlists after selling his share of 9-Line Apparel to his veteran brother, co-owner. Still 100% veteran-owned. Good for him.
Right on.
Daniel Merritt, Army veteran, businessman, and former congressional candidate, surprised onlookers when he re-enlisted in the Army after selling his share of 9-Line Apparel to his disabled veteran co-owner brother, Tyler Merritt. Tyler now owns 100% of the company, and 9-Line remains 100% disabled veteran-owned company. I wouldn't say remains 100% disabled veteran-owned company. Well, now it is, but, you know. Re-enlisting was a no-brainer for the soldier who was dying to do something else, and he knew 9-Line, a clothing company founded by Patriots for Patriots, was in good hands. This comes from American Military News. Also, good for him. But also when he said to do something else, like he was already in the Army. So what else is there?
Okay, so
He should
they
have
make
tried his hand at the
$27
Marine
million
Corps,
a year,
man.
right? Is what I got off of Owler. I don't even know if that's a real credible source.
Oh, what?
So it's a quick Google.
Watch, there was enough of a break in service where he had to go to basic again.
Yeah.
Here's your E4.
Well, to be fair, if he had joined the Marine Corps, he definitely would have gone back into
For
basic
sure.
and started off
don't
as
know,
an E2.
I
Right.
feel like, dude, you got all this cash. You could do a bunch of different shit. You don't have to go back to the. I mean, there's other ways to serve and help out, but why the hell would you want to go back to this suck?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, there are times I miss it.
There's not many
that-
people going back to the suck, at least as I hear right now. But
Well, I
how about
guess.
he could buy his own boat and go sailing?
Yeah, I'd do
Right.
something else. Like, climb a fucking
We've
mountain.
all thought about
climb
going
a
back,
mountain.
but let's be real. The second you think about morning formation at 5 a.m., you're just kind of like, you know
Right.
what? No, I like sleeping in.
Yeah. Motor pool Monday, right?
Yeah.
That's a thing for you guys?
Yeah, every
Oh,
Monday
Jesus,
morning.
I feel bad.
Oh, all right. Let's get on our next one. So, the insane heroism of Medal of Honor recipient John Chapman is getting a movie, Combat Patrol. Jake Gyllenhaal is going to be starring in this one.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, the first airman to receive a Medal of Honor since the Vietnam War will be played by Jake Gyllenhaal in the movie detailing his legendary last act of heroism in Afghanistan in early 2002. Tech Sergeant John Chapman was fighting on a snowy 10,000-foot peak in Afghanistan known as, I'm going to slaughter the shit, as Takur Gar? Is that how you do that?
What?
Yeah, Takur Gar.
All right, good at it. On
Yeah,
March 4th,
sure.
2002.
Worth a
What
Google.
is going on with him back there? You hear that?
You all right over there, bud?
When he was charged, when he, I can't even.
You're alive, right?
Yeah.
He's in the corner.
That's 2 more points towards your VA rating.
When he charged into the Al Qaeda bunkers and repeatedly exposed himself to the enemy fire to protect his teammates. After the airman was believed to be shot and killed, drone footage showed him getting back up to continue killing Al Qaeda fighters before he was fatally shot twice by enemy machine guns. So there's no expected release date for this movie yet on IMDb, but it's happening. So
I
think it's
can't
gonna be
wait
badass.
because I loved Jake Gyllenhaal in Jarhead. which
Jake
we are-
Gyllenhaal's a great actor.
We're going to review that movie soon because I remember like a lot of my civilian friends telling me, oh, it's a shitty war movie and this. That. I was like, no, dude, this is so fucking accurate.
good.
Yeah.
I'm thoroughly convinced, though, that this is simply the Air Force's way of trying to like get other branches to stop picking on them and say, "Hey, we have a hero too." Which I mean, but, I mean
Yeah,
well,
that's right.
I mean, salute to John Chapman. I mean,
Of course, they
this,
have heroes.
what
They're
this
called
ma-
Marines.
what this man did was amazing, right? But it's really just them trying to say, like, "Oh, we're not just fly boys."
Yeah.
No, of course they're not just fly boys. There's a lot of like maintenance people.
Hey, don't they have like their own infantry unit or
No, they have-
something
was
that is
Was
like
Tech
that?
P dudes or
Well, they
I don't
have
know.
the
What do you-
PJs.
yeah.
They have the PJs with. I mean,
Flight suits?
Well, I mean, they got like
I had to
MPs
wear
and
that
or
shit
whatever,
when I
security
was on
forces.
ship.
yeah, huh? Dude, don't knock the flight suits or the CVCs. Well, especially the CVCs because you didn't have to take them down to take a shit. You could just like unzip the flap.
Oh,
and just
dude,
you know,
flight suits are great.
Oh,
I
yeah.
remember being with
nice and airy, man. Free balling in one of those things.
when we were
Ooh,
tied
great.
with Marine Spec Ops or whatever that we had to wear the fly suits. We got fucking ragged on by the rest of the company, but
Yeah, until they got them.
Right.
yeah, all right.
They're like, man, they get flight suits, man.
They were jealous of our helmet. It was a different helmet. Fucking weirdos.
Talk shit until you get a bite of the golden apple yourself, right?
Dude, everyone wants the new gear, man.
The high cuts.
Operator.
Yeah, operator is fuck.
I just want it for the headphones.
Is this one?
Yeah.
Is this one me?
Yeah, that's
Oh.
you. Why is it all jacked up?
I don't know. You put together the slide.
I told you to open in PowerPoint, dick.
It is open in PowerPoint, dick.
It's totally on Gmail. Ugh, what a so
Jeez.
unprofessional.
Fucking guy over here, and he's fucking.
All right, let's go.
About a 9 on the tension scale there. Rue.
What? All right. Okay.
You could read
it. $35.8 million.
135.
Sorry. 135. Sorry, it's the F-35. I forget how much this goddamn thing has cost us anyway.
Really expensive.
Yeah, really expensive boondoggle the military has paid for the last 20 years. Fighter jet actually accidentally shoots itself and causes $2.5 million in damage. First of all, it is so refreshing to see people in the air wing getting an ND, man. Like, holy shit. I thought that just happened to us lowly ground pounders, but no. Oh, no, you fly boys, you can do it too.
That's
How do you shoot oneself, though, on there?
Well, I think
Booger picker on the bang bang switch.
I think it's because since it's got like stealth characteristics that it's got like a flap like the F-30 or like the F-22 that covers the gun.
Right.
And I don't think that flap engaged, which this is a fault of maintenance. Probably not. Anyway, I'm
Well,
gonna
they
blame.
don't even know what's going on.
Shit slides down. It's maintenance fault, right?
Well, yeah, but I'm still blaming the officers for this one.
Always.
A month after a Marine Corps F-35B Joint Strike Fighter shot itself by mistake during a training mission in Yuma Range. And Yuma Range.
Yuma. Fuck
Yuma,
that
buddy.
place.
Yuma, not you, man.
Ugh.
You man.
You, man. Complex in Arizona. An ammunition round that exploded following its discharge. How did it do this? No one has a clue. Of course not. It's the F-35. No one has a clue why anything happens with that fucking thing.
Just a hot load.
Yeah, hot load. Hot route. Not only is that arguably a tiny bit embarrassing, but the faux pas was caused an eye-watering $2.5 million in damage. While the incident is likely to have injured the pilot's ego, fortunately they went physically unharmed and managed to safely land the jet. Also, love the fact this happened in midair.
I like how they say injured the pilot's ego.
Yeah.
It was very fragile.
Also, the faux pas in there, like that is an awfully like big and hard to pronounce word for most of us.
Yeah,
Well,
not
again,
for
it's
Pete
probably
here.
a source
Well,
of,
not you.
from the
You're-
Air
you're
Force.
educated.
Words are
stuff.
hard.
You're educating stuff.
Right.
Got all that book learning.
Crayola.
Yes, it was a Marine, it was a Marine Corps
college
plane, so yes,
boy.
yes. This guy was not eating the purple ones.
All right, we're getting ready for our next one. All right, so the National Guard is back in the spotlight again. It's like every fucking minute.
God, I love you, Guard
God,
guys.
you guys are
giving us
winners.
Gold every week.
Now, I kind of feel bad for this one, but National Guard soldiers caught sleeping in a Border Patrol truck as illegals cross the border. Whew, that's fucking shitty.
First of all,
Are they just saying that?
Picture that.
But,
No, it legit happened. So,
so there was just a bunch of them like running past the
yeah,
truck?
so as illegal immigrants attempting to claim asylum continue to flood over our southern border in the United States, the U.S. Border Patrol and Army National Guard troops are worn to the point of exhaustion, with many found sleeping inside of CBP vehicles. The guardsmen who were supposed to be keeping watch on the checkpoint had been awakened by a member of a news crew who walked up to the truck and knocked politely on the window of the vehicle. From 11 p.m. to 2 p.m. Tuesday, a camera crew witnessed the personnel equivalent of nearly 3.5 platoons of illegals reaching the border. Hey, you know,
Right.
this is why you don't get a private to fucking watch the border.
Right.
First of all, you're on the border.
Maybe
These
she was,
guys have cocaine, man. You
Yeah.
could stay awake.
or maybe she was a coyote.
It could be. Yeah.
Hey, man.
News crew was just a diversion. Come on. Get a
Come
few
on,
more.
man. Let's
No,
go.
hey, in defense, though, of these National Guardsmen, though, the Army did just authorize tactical naps. All right, so they were well within regulation. All right, I'm sure the barracks lawyers are going to fight and defend this one all the way through.
Oh, we're
Well, they
tactically
should.
trained to wake up quickly when woken. So
Well, I mean, yeah, and he got woken.
oh,
By the-
everybody's
Right.
woke.
by everybody else,
Hey.
by everybody else except for the people stealthily running across the border. Good for- also, even if they are a coyote, man, that's $4,000 a person, man. Then dude's making some
Yeah, I'm in the wrong
bank.
job.
I think he's paying the price too for it. But
All right, are we ready for our favorite?
Oh yeah,
Are we good? Is it our favorite, or is the other one the favorite?
I don't
Po-
know.
this is
I'm
Po-
kinda
It's
trying-
POG Pro time.
This guy is my
don't
favorite.
care.
It's time for the POG Pro. All right, I'm gonna let you have it, Tommy.
So this one we actually found a couple weeks ago, and we've been kind of following this story for a while. And this man is kind of borderline professional and scumbag.
Yeah, it was a really tough call, but I feel like his heart was in the right place.
It was
for
in the
this.
right place, especially if it comes out as being truthful. But let's go with this. Lieutenant Commander Joseph R. Nielsen, and slightly scumbag, but after deploying to Bahrain in October 2017, Nielsen allowed Thai prostitutes who sought to escape their negative living situations to live in his government-funded housing. These women cooked and cleaned for Nielsen in lieu of paying rent. Unfortunately, Nielsen was found guilty at trial, going absent without leave, patronizing prostitutes, and 2 specifications of conduct unbecoming an officer. But on February 8th, the United States Navy Marine Corps Court of Appeals threw out one of the 2 charges of conduct unbecoming an officer against Nielsen due to insufficient evidence.
See,
I want to know which one they threw out.
but also, so I was looking for a photo of this guy. I couldn't find anything anywhere. So this is the closest thing that I could think for a lieutenant commander of the Navy. I mean,
That's
That
number one on Google
is
Images.
Him.
Yeah, it
The
literally is.
uniform's right? I mean, I don't know Navy uniforms that well. So.
I mean,
No.
from what I remember, it's
He
pretty spot
doesn't
on.
look like he patronized prostitutes in this photo.
No,
No,
remember,
he doesn't.
they're from Thailand.
They're from Thailand.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, well, we won't get into the whole ladyboy situation on that one. But honestly, though, like, this guy's my hero, personally. Like, first of all,
What?
as far as
Enslaving prostitutes?
he didn't,
No, he
enslave
didn't
them.
enslave
Oh,
them.
he just paid them and they do all the shit for them, right?
He gave
Well,
him
no, he
shelter.
didn't pay
No,
them.
he gave him
gave
free
shelter.
yeah.
And,
Okay,
like,
okay.
they got to
alright,
like
alright.
live
I'm
for
just
him,
trying to get this straight.
and they cooked and cleaned and all that stuff. Now, that being said, right, I don't know what the kind of arrangement that they worked out, so pay could have been involved. Who knows? I'm not gonna.
Cooking and cleaning. It says it right there.
It does. It does.
I mean,
It-
that's what
Maybe
he
there
said.
was like some kind of like a cultural or a language barrier or something. I don't
or
know.
maybe not. He
Right.
could have spoke. He could have spoke Thai.
Yeah.
He
he
was
could've talked-
Bahrain. What? Thai and Bahrain. Huh, that's
Oh
another
no, that's
thing.
actually very common.
Bahrain? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Bahrain has everybody else come in to do all the work.
And
Yeah.
then they take their passports and stuff like that.
Right.
So that could have very well been
Yeah.
these women's
good to know.
situation where
Yep.
they got brought in.
Especially in Thai or in Bahrain, they have a lot of.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He was
I'm gonna get
legit
out
like
of
maybe
that.
trying to help them out.
Yeah,
You know,
See,
so.
that's why he's a POG Pro.
Yeah, yeah.
With
I mean,
slightly chance of well, he did go AWOL, but that's not even a scumbag thing to do.
I mean, who would do that?
I don't know.
Who would do that at all?
Who
Yeah,
would ever go AWOL?
yeah. God, who would do that?
All right. That's fucking sick. All right, we're ready for our next one?
Oh, yeah,
Our
yeah.
Scumbag Service Member of the Week.
Dun, dun, dun.
All right. I'm going to let you take this one again, too.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Me again? Oh, it's
You're
because it's the
fine.
Navy. Fuck you, all right?
Yeah. Double up, doubler.
Double tap for the Navy.
Double tap from the Navy.
Wow, look
Also,
at you.
another lieutenant commander.
Yeah.
What is with that fucking rank, guys?
Right?
Go talk to like the petty officers. Square up your O.
Yeah,
Seriously.
for real, man. You know, U.S. Navy pilot. This is Lieutenant Commander Jason Doyle.
Boom, there he is.
Yeah, Jason Doyle. Oh, look at him.
He was an officer, too. Look
I
at
know,
him.
right?
He already looks like a shitbird.
Dude, he seriously looks like a private I knew. Like,
Right.
That guy you hated.
I swear to God, I saw him in the smoke pit in Iraq. I swear. Like Al-Assad, he was probably there. U.S. Navy pilot whose conviction for strangling his fiancee was overturned by an appeals court last summer pled guilty earlier this month to a charge of assault consummated by a battery for the same incident, according to the Navy. Doyle was sentenced to 6 months of confinement and total forfeitures, but he received credit for the 9 months he previously served. During his first trial, Doyle told the judge that things turned physical on December 19, 2017, after his fiancée called him a passive pussy and not an aggressive man, according to the appeal.
Well,
A passive pussy.
First of all,
someone's a little frail and fragile
yeah,
there.
for real.
Right.
Also, did you really need to prove that you were an aggressive man by beating the fuck out of your fiancée? Like, seriously, what
This
an
guy did.
asshole,
I
man.
love it. Passive pussy.
Passive pussy.
Something
Also,
about that.
also, like, seriously, though, like, only getting 6 months confinement for that is some horse shit, man.
Well,
Like,
you know.
this guy needs some major break time, you know, to be like, well, wouldn't it have been better to have been the passive pussy in this situation?
Well, now he's the guy running point with no gun. How about that? Wait. He's sorry,
Air-
Navy.
He's
Never
Navy.
mind. All
Navy.
right, never mind.
Sorry, dude, you're going to fly the AWACS now.
Yeah, okay. Swabbing the deck.
All right, are we ready to move on to our military movie review?
I'm not crying, you're crying.
Oh, yeah.
All right,
Cried
so
like a baby watching this.
this
ugly
week,
crying,
and before
too.
we actually even say what movie and all that, we had to change up our review system or rating system because some Joes were confused by it. I know it's kind of all over the place.
It was kind of
you know.
convoluted. I thought it was creative. Whatever.
I think the new system's going to clear it up for everybody.
Yeah, I
think,
believe so,
you know,
too.
I got it. We listened to everybody. We got your input. We made changes.
we do take this stuff very seriously, guys.
So we're gonna
Really?
be rating it with Huas 1 through 5 for the Army side and Uras for the Semper side 1 through 5. And we're gonna base everything off of accuracy. That would be like the story, if it is a true story. Uniforms, weapons and lingo. Badassery is what I like to call it. Then production quality, if it was low, mid, or high. It'll kind of all factor into our decisions on all these. So, the movie, Pete, your choice was
We Were Soldiers.
Sad as fuck 2002's We Were Soldiers with Mel Gibson playing Lieutenant Colonel Hal Moore.
Yeah.
Greg Kinnear playing Major Bruce. I loved Craig Kinnear in that, though.
Oh, dude,
Major
so
Bruce.
good.
Spot on.
Yeah.
Sam
So
Elliott,
good.
Sergeant Major
Oh my God.
Baisley Plumley. Dude, that guy. Oh, Sam Elliott did such a
I'm
kick-ass
pretty
job in
sure
that.
they take his lines and show it at the Sergeant Major's Academy.
It's a
they have to.
requirement.
Yeah.
They have to for every branch. I'm dead serious.
So
on
just
that.
to give you a rundown with the movie is, if you haven't seen it, it's the story of the first major battle of the American phase of. Sorry, let me start that again. The story of the first major battle of the American phase of the Vietnam War, and the soldiers on both sides that fought it, while their wives wait nervously and anxiously at home for the good news or the bad news. That's a kind of a breakdown loosely of it.
Yeah, which I was actually surprised from, all the military movies. This is really one of the only ones that actually took in that, the military wives perspective as well, too.
Yeah, it did a really good job
So,
with that.
Yeah, very much
like,
so.
for example, with my wife, when she watches it with me and whatever, she has that different, association with the movie than what I'm looking for. But, yeah, they did a really good job with that.
I would like to mention too. Yeah, it's based off a book, from what I understand, and
Yes.
I believe it was the photographer who wrote the book. And if you hold up the For Self and Country book up there, it does show a picture of
Actually, yeah.
from that battle that
pull
was
that
put up on the new edition of the book. So we got the top one that was we got the top that was drawn by a Vietnam vet, and the bottom of those young men during that battle. It was a really touching movie. It had me crying. I mean,
dude, let's.
it's so sad.
Sam, hit it off because you took like the best notes on this one.
Yeah, so I watched this last night when I got out of work and did not go to bed until like 7 a.m. because I was like, I fell into the started listening to like Irish drinking songs and just didn't stop until like 7 in the morning. It gets a little depressing when the band plays Waltzing Matilda comes on, but hey,
Yeah.
I thought the movie was a great showcase of past and modern 20th century tactics in the opening, because they showed like the French engagement in that same valley, in the same area in Vietnam in the 1950s, and then fast forward into the 1960s when you drop the 7th Cavalry into that hot LZ in the middle of the Ia Drang Valley. Just kind of seeing the differences in tactics, but still how brutal the NVA was at that time, considering that was like one of their main strongholds. And they showed the reason for the creation of the air cav, given the nature of like where that battle took
pretty awesome to
place.
see how
The
that-
idea of that, using them as medevacs, and
Well, not
and
just
and to drop troops in and out as quickly as they could.
like something more practical than a paratrooper, because you can get it a little bit more precise. And anyone who's been airborne, I've known a few people that were airborne. Those guys, holy fuck, your ankles, knees, everything below the waist just goes to shit so quick just from jumping out of a goddamn
I think
plane.
that's what happened to Hendrix.
Yeah.
Jimi Hendrix
You
was
got a
a
good story with the
paratrooper.
helicopter, don't you?
For a future episode.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Also, it's got Agent Clausen from the Avengers in it, man.
Oh yeah,
Fucking dope, man. Like,
Yep, for like 4 seconds, but yeah.
no, he was in there a little bit longer.
We'll give him 5 seconds.
And just like they touched on, Sam Elliott as the fucking Sergeant Major.
Oh my god,
Jesus
dude. He was
Christ.
so
So
amazing.
good. He had some of the most memorable lines in the movie, like when Mel Gibson asked him, "Yo, are you gonna like take out an M16?" and he's talking shit about how it's like a BB gun to him and stuff like that. But also,
I'm sure there'll be enough lying around. That sounds about low as I can get with that shit.
once I need one, there'll be plenty laying on the ground. Like, great fucking line, dude. And also just being like a major hard ass, just with a fucking 1911, just like gunning people the fuck down. Just
Yeah, that was pretty badass.
yeah,
Very
just like
badass.
standing there right at the CP and shit.
I love this. What's the line when that NCO always walks past him?
Good morning, Sergeant Major.
How do you know?
How do you know what kind of fucking day it is?
Goddamn movies.
Or when they're
What do
in the
you-
woods doing that comm check, and any of you sons of bitches call me grandpa, I'll fucking kill you.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Saying that to fucking officers too.
Right.
Yeah, well, I mean, Sergeant Major.
It was a Korean vet, I think, too, as well as
World War II and
man.
Korea.
yeah, World War II and Korea.
Did
Okay.
every
Yeah.
All
combat
4
jump
combat jumps
in World War II.
What
Yeah.
a fucking
Yeah.
badass.
Jeez.
See, so you get the badassery just right there.
Yeah,
with the movie.
just-
just him alone. But Gibson though did a kick-ass job as a. Oh my god! Like,
Yeah.
the whole his speech before they go off.
Oh, yes.
Oh my god! When they get there, like his action that. Oh wow! He was going off there spraying and praying. I mean, it was good shit.
And,
Oh, yeah.
And dear God, Please don't listen to the prayers of our heathens.
Yeah.
Right.
Just
Well, it's nice having an O, and he, portrayed, Lieutenant Colonel Hal Moore, really realistically in that, that burden of command and, taking soldiers to war and what have you, and, knowing that potentially some of them are going to die and having that huge burden and that responsibility. And even at the end of the movie when he breaks down, I mean, it's just no better way to portray it than I think Mel Gibson did it. I mean, he did an outstanding job.
And also, like, one of the things I really enjoyed about the movie, though, well, I wouldn't say enjoyed, but it was one of those little attention to detail things, is when the deaths were starting to come in.
Mm-hmm.
And what are you motioning? Just use your words.
All right, just put that fucking mic in front of your mouth.
All right.
No. You're just get behind it.
See, this is this.
See, like this.
Yeah,
like
see,
this. Look at me.
Aggression.
Hand gestures
There we go.
don't work.
There we go. Now you're peaking perfect
All
levels.
right,
There we go.
Fuck this.
It's all about production quality.
Swear to God. Swear to fucking Christ.
All right, back to where you were at.
Yeah. Anyway, when the telegram started coming in about the deaths, and they go right to Hal Moore's wife's house, and she like loses her shit.
That was...
But they're delivering death notices in fucking yellow cabs.
Yeah,
Right.
that was messed up, and way before.
Well, that's before they
started
figure their
coming to
shit
the
out
house.
too. I mean,
Oh yeah. And then the wives are like, Colonel's wife is collecting every fucking telegram and going around to every wife's house to tell them that their husband is not coming home walking. You know what I mean? Like, that is gotta be hard.
Pete, I hate you for picking this movie.
You know what?
Yeah,
though?
yeah,
still
I was
good.
ugly
Such a-
crying.
It was
Fuck you,
right.
man.
There was a good
Could have
part
been
at the
fucking
end.
Stripes, but no.
There was a good part of the end with the photographer writing on it, how when it shows, some people come home to their families, some people come back to nothing, and it shows that guy in the wheelchair being pushed in, like, off in the airport, and everybody moves away, and he goes, people don't understand. It's like they're not fighting for their country; they're fighting for each other.
Right.
And I think that's literally been, the commonality of war since, since wars began. So
Well, except for the fucking Spartans. Those guys were just fucking nuts.
Savages.
fucking
It's fucking, but look at those abs, man.
A great movie.
Yeah, right?
Fantastic movie.
Very good
so
movie.
For accuracy, from the book or the real story, what happened, I'd say it's spot on. Uniforms were done very well.
Very well.
Weapons and lingo. I mean, I was looking at making sure everything, magazine sizes were right.
20
It was
round
actually
mags, man.
M16. Like, the uniform's good. Like, the lingo was fitting. I mean, the uniform is best from what I know from that era.
No, it's accurate to a T.
Yeah. So there's nothing there. Lingo seemed spot on.
Also, I just want to comment that there was one of the best lines in this movie, and it's probably the most dreaded line that anyone wants to hear from one of their officers. Fix bayonets.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh god, that was.
Jesus
Right.
Christ.
We're even capturing the friendly fire incident with the close air support.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just drops that
Yeah.
bomb right on
And
top of their
and then
line.
the guy's
there.
trying to pull him away, and
Yeah.
the damage. Oh my god! It was,
Such.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The carnage.
All right, who wants to be the first one to go? Let's Sam.
Yeah.
All right.
So I gave this one 4 Uras.
For Ura.
Now these guys are accusing me of doing this because it is an Army movie and not a Marine Corps movie.
You were
and
just copying
I'm
me.
just gonna downgrade it. No, I downgraded it a little bit just because of the over-the-top theatrics of some of the lines that were delivered in it, and I think that's just Mel Gibson just trying to boost his star power, which good on him. That's what actors do, but I feel like some of that just kind of like took it down for me.
Okay.
I don't know. I've heard a lot of officers talk, and they all like making speeches and say goofy shit like that all
Yes,
the time.
that's why we zone them the fuck out in formation, man. Like, keep it short and sweet, dude.
Make a long story longer.
Yeah.
All right.
It's like Homer, like with a freaking monkey and tambourines. Like I thought,
Gents, I know you got a 96 going, but you know what? We're just going to keep you here until 7.
Giuseppe is such a good man.
I gave it 5 Huas all the way because, dude, it's badass. I mean, even though it's sad as shit, but I think it earned all 5. Boom. And Pete.
Yeah, 5 Huas. I think one of the best well-rounded military movies. Certainly there's a few others that are up there as well. But I think especially we're addressing the Vietnam War. Couldn't have been done better. 5 Huas.
Very good. And Scotty gave it
For who was
Uras.
the only
Uras.
Uras. Come
Ooh.
on, man. Ooh, he's
Whoa.
switching over. He's
Oh.
switching over.
Come
Oh.
over to the dark side.
Yeah.
We
know
have
what?
cookies.
You know what?
I'm
I've
gonna
lost
be
all
like,
respect for you.
I'm gonna be like Clint Eastwood in Heartbreak Ridge, who gets his Medal of Honor in the Army and then decides to go in the Marine Corps. I remember my old man being like, "That guy's a fucking asshole. This is a stupid fucking movie." Like, no one does that. Or probably one asshole.
Yeah,
did.
I mean, I didn't.
But-
who
but-
knew Camp Lejeune looks a lot like Camp Pendleton?
And actually, those barracks in Heartbreak Ridge, we stayed at for a month when we got back from our first deployment. Either way, the reason I gave it 4 Uras is mainly because I want to read the book, and I held that extra one because I want to read the book and see where we have on
All right,
it.
fair
Yeah,
enough.
that's
We can
great.
revisit that.
And the book is amazing too.
Excellent.
Little known fact too that Sergeant Major Plumley, Joe Galloway, who was the reporter who
Yes.
wrote the book, and Hal Moore.
Yeah.
I mean, they were pretty much friends for life, and they were at each other's funerals and all that stuff.
No
Until,
kidding. That's fascinating.
But yeah.
well, that's
Great
like
book, but-
Rolling Stone with the guys from Generation Kill. Like they're all like
Right.
fucking tight as hell, especially him and Rudy.
Rudy Fruity.
Rudy.
All right. So not technically a new segment, just what we did it before, but we're just calling it the smoke pit because that's where I don't know, we hang out and talk, right? That's shooting the shit,
Yeah.
Kind of
Yep.
works.
Trax Platoon, not as nice as ours.
smoking and joking. All right. So we're gonna get to our guest here, Pete the Polak.
Yes.
I could say that.
Yeah,
even
it's,
if I
it's
couldn't,
their
I'd still
word.
say it.
It's their word.
Yeah.
Pete, before you joined the let's see, you were ROTC in both high school and college.
Yeah, I
correct?
did the JROTC thing in high school, so all 4 years. Went to Link Tech High School, so huge shout out there. Then right after that, started going to school and did 2 years of college ROTC. Decided, life's not for me. Did not want
Good
to become an
choice.
officer. Absolutely.
Don't want to turn out to be like a piece of shit XO or something, you know?
Well, haven't we had a wonderful experience this weekend with one? More so you than I.
Yeah, gotta love drill.
But, right. And yeah, you
Gotta
know,
love civilian life.
Yeah, you lucky bastards.
no, it's all good. So, yeah, and then came a point in time, you know, I had a lot of friends in the Psyop community. So I definitely knew that this is something that I wanted to do because it was you know, what we learned in Psyop, although we can't use it on American civilians
But you
and
do
American
anyway.
citizens. No.
At home.
You know, it's so applicable in everything else that we do. And especially, you know, when I worked in law enforcement or now in the security industry, yeah, a lot of those things are so important. And, you know, how do you influence behavior, you know, motivate people and just, you know, instill change, you know, especially in a time now when that's so desperately needed.
Yeah, good shit. So you were also a police officer.
Yeah, for a little bit.
A little bit. How long was that?
Oh, 4 years.
That's okay. That's a long
lot
time.
of
Are you
time.
at liberty to discuss which?
It was a university police department, so we
Oh.
try to keep them out of the limelight. But
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Fair enough.
it was good.
That must have
going.
been fun, you know, breaking up parties and, you know, writing underage drinking tickets and
All
shit
right,
like
listen, Alpha, Echo,
Checkpoint
Yanker.
Chicky. No. No. But, you know, everything all kind of, you know, ties in together, right? So to where I'm at now, so you can't complain, you know.
It works out pretty well for you. Yeah. And now you're doing private security for a company we're not going to name, but a very large one, which is pretty awesome. And like, what do you do for them exactly, though? Because I know we talk a lot, but I never really got detail about some of the stuff you actually do.
Yeah, so I'm our security manager for, you know, our company, and we have a number of facilities both in the U.S. and overseas. So just manage, you know, the physical security of it. All of our employees that travel, I'm also, you know, tracking where they're traveling to and issuing any kind of security alerts, doing, you know, threat assessments based on, hey, if we have somebody going to this country, you know, what are you to expect? You know, try to also give them some training and preparation. You know, we give everybody like a little, you know, over-the-counter pill pack. Hey, if your tummy hurts, you know, and you're, you know, flying, you know, here, you know, we're actually providing this resource to you.
Is it literally just for when your tummy hurts, or is there other things in there?
It's like my dog putting an IV when I'm dehydrated. And what
Right.
else would you like?
And a box of condoms. No. So beyond that, you know, obviously this whole past year dealing with COVID, you know, kind of got thrust into that situation to manage, you know, the overall response our organization had for COVID. So, knock on wood, we've been relatively safe. Everybody gets hit, but we didn't get hit as bad. So that's a huge,
Excellent.
Yeah, good
We're
shit.
talking
huge
hit
success
in
there.
regards to the virus, not actually, like getting shot or like IED'd or anything
Well,
like
I
that.
believe
Right.
at one time you guys had because during the protests and riots during the summer, you guys had to stack up and arm up for that shit.
Yeah, I mean, it was more just protective posture. Just, some of the riots were getting very close to one of our facilities and just making sure that, hey, we don't want any property damage, but at the same time, too, kind of prevent people from harming themselves as well.
Yeah.
Definitely, what one of the wonderful things that Psyop has given me is, that art of de-escalation, just being able to talk to people to, maybe even in a heated moment or a protest or a rally or something, to just be able
Probably
to.
did as a cop
That's
too, though.
that's
Yeah.
that was the number one thing as an interrogating as a 0311 Marine in the infantry, was to discuss with the locals with humor. Try to diffuse stuff with humor. It's amazing how much you get out of someone when you connect to them in that human level.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you don't have to waterboard everybody.
No,
No.
it doesn't,
But
no, it
it's-
doesn't.
It's fun.
Doesn't work.
I mean,
It's
have you
on
ever
your
have you ever
end.
tried that shit, man?
Just remember, it's not
got a little
waterboarding if you
kid,
use diesel. But
The
I'm
last time
I'm
I got waterboarded, it was Lake Havasu, and I think we were doing like beer bongs underwater, so that was the closest I ever came.
I'll tell you everything.
Tell you everything. Another 6 pack.
Whatever you want to hear.
yeah, but it's amazing just simply talking to people. How much that just brings everybody down. So, to a nice copacetic kind of, hey, let's figure shit out.
I had an incident like that at one of the bars I worked at a few years ago. I was working outside on our patio, and we had an Army vet that was like a waiter, right? And my boss came out to me, and she's like, "Hey, I need you to come inside real quick." I'm like, "Hey, what's up?" She's like, "I need you to help me get someone out of the bar." I'm like, "Well, are they being violent or what's going on?" And she's like, "Well, no, but like he's definitely like way too like fucked up and this, that, and the other." And he said something insulting to one of our bartenders, and I'm like, "Okay, let's go see what's gonna go on with this." So there I am walking in my fucking Tommy Bahama shirt and shit like that, like looking like all like Hawaiian out, Walk up to this guy and he's like trying to rap. I'm like do some like freestyle for like the line cooks, and they're just having none of it, And this fucking guy is like sitting there talking, drinking his beer and stuff. I walk up to him like, "Hey man, what's going on?" "Oh, nothing much, man. Just like entertaining these guys with a little bit of my rap and shit." And I'm like, "All right, yeah, whatever. All right, cool." I'm like, "So you're doing okay?" "Well, yeah, kind of, sets his beer down and stuff. And I'm like, can I get you like a glass of water or anything like that?" "No, I'm just going to kind of finish my beer and stuff." I'm like, "You think that's a good idea?" Like all nice and calm and stuff. He's like, "Yeah, you're right, man. You're right. I'm just going to go." I'm like, "Can me get you like an Uber or a cab or something?" "Nah, man, I'm just going to go. You have a good one now." And just like walks right the fuck out. And my boss comes up to me and she goes, "What did you say to him?" I just asked him how he was doing.
Treat him like a human being.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he was a big ogre looking motherfucker too, man.
One you really don't want to fight, right?
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't want to fight anybody. That's
Right.
just not fun.
This way. There we go.
this
yeah,
way.
like you're ready to take it.
Use your words.
Well, I don't want to, I was hoping you could catch my hand signals, but you're a fucking Marine.
Crayon
Shit.
eater.
Yeah, I know. All right. And what else can you tell us about the Psyop world? Because it's pretty huge. And
Well, it's actually one of the smallest jobs there are in the Army.
no,
but,
I meant but your community is huge.
oh, in terms of like influence or
Yeah,
impact?
That, and yes.
Right. Yeah. So, whereas all the infantry guys and all the maneuver guys, they want to shoot and destroy things. We're on the opposite side trying to tell them, hey, no, there's going to be a better way of doing it because we don't necessarily want to piss off the locals. Right. Especially once you start looking into like stability operations, and at some point we need to pull out. Right. So we need to leave them in some kind of way.
You would think
to,
we'd want to pull out, but Afghanistan is just still going strong, boys.
Oh wait,
Right.
are we talking about pulling out of wars? Okay, I'm just want to make sure.
Yeah.
right. Afghanistan's that blue-eyed blonde we just can't get rid of.
Yeah. Yeah, we're talking about pulling out of wars because, my couch pulls out, but I don't.
You don't even have a couch.
No, not yet. I'm still working on that.
It's a beanbag chair.
Such a fucking bum. Doesn't even have a couch.
Yes.
Fuck.
Sam will be at Six Corners all this week. See him with a tin can rattling for his couch donation.
That is not true. All right?
no. Yeah, no, I just find it cool because it's like intellectually stimulating. It's not just, hey, press a button or pull a trigger and just there's other ways of achieving effects that I think have far greater consequences for the positive
Willie
down
Pete.
the road.
Now,
White phosphorus usually answers all those questions.
Sure.
you guys have so many
Bitch to
different
get out.
parts of your sec. Can you talk about any of those like sections that you guys have, like what you guys do for your plannings and try to figure this shit? Because I've been working with you for a while.
Sure.
I've been in doing this stuff with supporting communications for a long time, and I get what you guys do, but at the same time, it's still.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe it's because I don't pay attention.
I guess
but-
really, we're able to work at the 3 different levels: at the tactical level, the regional level, or all the way up to strategic. So without getting into too much nitty gritty and give the Russians and the Chinese our methods
That's
or
what I'm
whatever,
trying to get
right?
away on the OPSEC.
But we're able to jive into any of those 3 structures and really help the commanders make good decisions and get involved in situations hopefully that maybe will spare a couple of lives along the way.
Question for you. So I remember when I was in Fallujah, we had a Psyop unit that was in our compound and stuff, and they had the really nice decked out Humvees with like the monster sound systems and shit on there. Who picks the music?
Well,
like-
we all kind of do, right? So depending what we're using the music for.
So
right?
everybody votes on Metallica. Is that literally what happens?
Right.
Let
there
the bodies
are
hit
other-
the
there-
floor, winning hearts and minds with
Seriously,
that one.
there are other bands other than Metallica and Drowning Pool, guys. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, I mean, it all
Sweet
depends
Caroline
on, a team you
on
have to.
repeat.
Fuck yeah, dude. Like, play some Neil Diamond. Like, de-escalate the situation.
Solitary man.
well, you do a really good Neil Diamond.
Thanks.
Scott.
I'm looking to
He
do this
was
on the road.
Dude, he
I'm
he
Neil.
was a singer.
I know. Still is.
Well, still.
Yeah, I
thank
mean,
you.
do we
Thank
want to
you,
amp
OG.
everybody up,
He
or
was in a band.
do we want to amp everybody up, or do we start broadcasting like Jigglypuff and put everybody to sleep or something, right? I mean, it all
I
depends
vote for
on
Jigglypuff. I really want to watch
what are we
that
what are we
reaction.
trying to do, right?
And those
So,
loudspeakers.
Release
are a fucking
Elmo.
weapon.
yeah, definitely wear your ear pro around that stuff and blow out some eardrums with that.
Yeah, you get that.
Fuck no, man. I'm a
stupid-
metalhead till I
get
die.
that stupid 3M thing. Did you serve? By the way, brought to you
Oh.
sponsor 3M earplugs.
3M earplugs.
Did you
everybody.
get the lawsuit in the mail? The class action?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
think I put in for it. I had
No.
no
What do you
idea
get,
because I didn't wear
$15
them.
maybe?
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
either. Like I don't remember. The only time I
Here
ever
you
remember,
go. You settlement 15 cents.
Yeah.
I wore ear pro. These are the only times I wore ear pro in my entire time in the military. Range for qualification or like machine guns and shit like that because they made me. And when the off chance I actually had my comm helmet on because they had like the really nice like Bose sound canceling shit because my vehicle literally sounded like the
How
world
did
was
the Marine
ending.
Corps afford Bose?
I don't.
sound
that-
cans?
But we
they
got
were-
them from you guys.
They were knockoffs.
Get them from us, or did you
They were
take them
knockoff
from
from
us?
the locals
Uh,
in Camp
no
Fallujah.
matter
You know,
how
like the
you-
ones that give you the movies that are like copies.
Bro, that's how I got the entire Die Hard collection, all right?
right?
God bless those little kids
Speaking
outside
of
of
tanks,
base.
Along with the red and blue 3D glasses.
Loved that shit. But yeah, also, fuck you. We did steal those, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So acquired.
Tactically acquired. That's
Well,
what it's
you're
for.
out, so you stole them. That's fine. I still have to use the word acquired.
No. First of all, that helmet is probably still at Trax Platoon in 29 Palms, all right? Like that, I didn't take
many
that. I
weapons
did
you guys
not
bring
take
back?
it, all right?
Did you guys try to bring back some weapons too?
I did not. That
Were your
was
friends?
That was the guys before me.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
that was really hard
They
to
actually-
bring the weapons
so
back. Or
some
something.
of
I
them-
swear he was telling me a story about this though.
Yeah, so some of the guys like in the initial invasion, so we brought our equipment over, like it was almost like a Mew when they invaded, right? So they brought all of our platoon's equipment over, like Amtrak recovery vehicle and the tank retriever and the M88. And when they brought those over, as the story goes, as I was told, allegedly. All right, I'm neither going to confirm nor deny any of these things because, like I said, this was all secondhand told to me when I got to my platoon as a boot PFC in 2003. No, 2004. Anyway, while they were in Iraq, they acquired a bunch of like AKs and random stuff like that. And they had to do maintenance on the vehicles. And so what they did was they hid in the deck plates a bunch of AKs and shit like that. And when the vehicles were going through customs, they opened up the deck plates because, you're supposed to, because they're not really looking for weapons. They're looking for like dirt, oddly enough.
Dead hookers.
Well, Ain't many
Right.
of those over there.
And a bunch of crunchers, as he calls the grunts.
Crunchies.
Let me get that right.
Crunchies.
But yeah, like when I was on the Mew, it took us like almost 3-4 days to clean all the tanks and shit to get all the sand and dirt and shit out of there. But when they open up the deck plates, they're finding AKs, RPGs, shit like that. Like
Fun stuff.
the launchers, not the grenades,
Just the tubes.
just the tubes. But yeah, they found that, and some of the guys from my platoon actually had to serve some brig time for that.
Wow.
Yeah,
Ooh, how bad?
it was a couple of years.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
That's
And now you can go on eBay and get like an AT4 rocket tube for like $600.
Yeah, but that's organic to the States. You can't import. You
Right.
you need
Right,
licenses.
right,
and
me
shit
pretend
like-
it's a cock.
Right.
Okay.
I am pretending.
Just
it
saying.
is.
But you keep, yeah. Okay.
I wish this microphone was a penis. Is that what you want me to
Yes.
say?
So wait, you were talking about seeing actually Psyop guys out there.
Yes.
Where was that?
Fallujah. Fallujah 2004.
Yeah,
So
where-
on our little compound on Camp Fallujah, which Scotty's Mew was like really close to that, and they were like over in some like huts and shit off on the other end of the base. Yeah, but the Psyop guys were like right in our like little compound, and they were actually like based like right next to our company headquarters, like in like Chewville. So
You said you're something about leaflet drops and whatever else.
yeah, so
about
before
speakers
Fallujah,
and
the Psyop guys like did like a leaflet drop that basically said like, "Hey, you want to fight? Fucking stay here. If you don't, fucking leave."
Right.
Basically, I mean, it was the gist of it. I'm sure it said something, whatever that scribbly.
No,
shit
it was
here.
exactly what they said.
Yeah, right.
You want to fucking fight.
Yeah,
Fucking-
I think that came from the desk of Mattis himself.
right.
I think Scott took a piss in the corner or something. He went off camera for a second.
Yeah, I did go off camera. What am I? A fucking Jesus. 24-hour watch.
Bro, we're watching you, man. All right.
That's why you're in the cage.
Yeah, you're locked up in the corner, bro.
Fucking
Literally in the
suicide fucking risk over here. Jesus.
You did
I'm
take his
not saying
shoelaces,
that.
right?
I took everything. I got nothing to work with.
If
Well-
Scott's therapist is watching, he is not a suicide
I
risk.
am not.
Right.
I'm not.
We have to
Hopefully
say
you're
that.
not.
Ensuring
Gosh,
he's
I'm-
being properly medicated at all times.
I am taken care of.
All right.
I'm solid.
Well, really.
As a rock, ladies and gentlemen. He's got a raging heart on right now.
You got any more questions for our guest, or you want to talk about some of the cool shit? Or Scotty, you want anything awesome to talk
Also,
about?
do you guys like do it off CDs and stuff when you play the music, or is it like Spotify or some shit like
No,
that?
I wish it would have been like Spotify. It would have been much better selection. No,
Yeah.
it's like an MP3 player. You know, you just
Really?
plug it
The
in.
speaker's loud as shit, too.
Right.
Can I suggest a few songs?
Please.
My Neck, My Back.
Yes.
All right, yeah, right. That's a good one.
Yes.
I want a 20-inch dick by Princess Vitara.
So who would
you
be your
haven't heard-
target audience? Who are you like targeting?
Oh no,
Like,
I just want to hear you guys
Oh, you
blast
just-
that driving down the road. I just think it would be fun.
I had no
Like,
idea that your job included those giant vehicles with the freaking foghorns. Like, I'm amazed. This is all news to me. Like, it's pretty impressive. Really impressive job.
I'm not gonna lie, it made me jealous. I'm like, man, can we get that shit like bolted onto our stuff? I mean, because what I used to do is I used to hook my iPod up to like our Prick 119s and our internal comms inside the tank, and there's a way you can actually transmit that out on Battalion TAC. Which accidentally happened a couple times when we rolled into Fallujah. If anyone rolling into Camp Fallujah was on our frequency and you heard Slow Ride, that was us.
There you go. He also put some spinning hubcaps on his Humvee.
Yo, we wanted spinners on the tank so bad, dude.
That'd be pretty sweet.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
For real. There was a guy who would drive around like 29 Palms, and he had like an old like Monte Carlo, right? And this thing had like no shit, like 30s. Like 30-inch low pro rims and shit. He lifted up fucking Monte Carlo, and they were fucking spinners. It was the biggest fucking piece of shit I'd ever seen in my
Love
life,
it.
but the rims cost more than the fucking car.
And he still bought that car at like 29% APR.
Oh, yeah, he definitely got
course.
it. He
The
definitely
off-base
got it from-
retired sergeant major.
Since we're talking about tanks, though, it was a topic that I was going to bring up for current events, but I was like, fuck it, it's just Sam. But since we're on it, they got rid of tanks.
Yeah.
What's up with that? Why did they get rid of tanks?
There was a guy in the administration, when the Trump administration, and I think there was talk about them wanting to get rid of a lot of shit with the Marine Corps.
Well, this also...
and this has been talked about for a little bit because of the kind of warfare we're enduring
Yeah.
today.
Yeah, they want you to like refocus all on like amphib stuff, right?
Yeah.
Amphibious assault
And a lot of it's cyber warfare now.
Yeah, so cyber
it's,
warfare
Are
is
we going to
taken-
get rid of...
Well, okay,
It's
so
just
it's-
Marine. I mean, obviously, the Army's not getting rid of tanks.
But no,
We'll
no,
just
definitely
take
not.
yours when it comes. When
Yeah,
the
that-
time
Well,
comes.
actually,
Give 'em back.
literally, that is the plan, where the Army literally took control of like all the Marine Corps tanks. And if the need arises where the Marines need tanks again, we will commandeer them from the Army, is what they said. However,
Commandeer or just, hey, here they want some tanks.
yeah, but now you run into the problem.
Seems kind of weird. Like, we're just coming
No,
here taking
we're gonna
shit.
take this mechanical turret off, and
Yeah.
you're gonna put a guy up there. Like,
But who the fuck is going to be trained to use them?
Right,
then?
right.
But the thing is, like, when you look at like an amphib ship, the amount of space that a tank platoon and a recovery section take up is astronomical on those ships. Where you could fit more Amtraks. They could redesign the Amtrak, which they should have fucking done back.
How big is a tank platoon, first of all?
4 tanks and a recovery asset usually. So it'd come out for those of you that call the recovery vehicle a tank, it is not. It does not have a big ass gun. It just has a 50 cal on it.
Jet powered tow truck.
No, the recovery vehicle is not jet powered.
Oh, it's not jet powered like that.
No. It's got a big 12-cylinder diesel.
Oh wow, see, the more you know.
Yeah, fucking huge. Sounds like the world's gonna end. But if you hear a tank coming down the
We should
road,
get that little.
that right?
if you hear a tank coming down the road, you're
Brought to you by The More You Know.
by the more you
And
know.
Taliban.
You're
Let's not forget our sponsors.
3M earplugs and the
Taliban.
I think I got an email from North Korea too.
Oh my
Yeah,
god!
we're hitting them all. Iran's hitting us up. They love our show.
Yo, tell him to hook me up with Kim Jong Un's sister, man. That girl is
cutie.
she's quite fetching and rich.
And rich.
Why don't you go down there yourself and introduce yourself? I'm sure you'll be welcome with.
Do I
open
look like
arms.
fucking Dennis Rodman to you, man?
And remember, you don't salute the North Korean generals. Okay, just always remember that.
First of all, I don't even want to salute American generals, let alone.
You're out.
Tip
There
of
you
the
go.
cock,
Right.
tip of your mouth.
It's
There
right
you
now.
Okay,
Oh.
yeah, a lot of people have just turned
Love
down
it.
that dial. if
Oh,
they're listening
now
to this
everyone
one.
left after some
Now
on
everyone
it.
Oh my god.
It's 100% steel and sex
so
appeal
back
right
to the
here to me,
amphibious
right?
thing though, really quick, because I was.
Yeah, so what they're trying to do is they're trying to focus on like a lighter form of amphibious warfare and more and faster reaction, because also getting a tank ashore takes up a whole LCAC, a whole landing craft air cushion, for those of you that don't know.
I think we talked about it last episode.
Yeah.
Their carrying capacity is very limited when it comes to taking a 70-ton vehicle, whereas if you have like an MRAP, or you could fit like 3 or 4 MRAPs on an LCAC instead of a tank and stuff like that, or LAV, or even an Amtrak if it's somehow not able to float, which we had an incident like that last year where we lost 9
that's right.
9 Marines and 8 Marines and 1 corpsman. You know, so I think the Marine Corps is like trying to focus more on that, which not necessarily the worst thing. However, it makes me wish I would have stayed in, because then they would have bought my fucking contract out and I could have gotten out a couple of years early with full pension.
Wow. Right. Yeah.
But not anymore.
We all can dream now.
We all can dream. Also, all my boys in tanks. God, I'm so sorry if you guys get funneled over to the crunchies, man. Like, Jesus.
It's okay. We'll take good care of you.
No, they won't. They won't. Don't
Take
listen.
great
Do
care
not
of you.
listen.
I love our little Ed McMahon in the corner over there.
You are right,
It's
sir.
like, it's like I know he's there because he's behind me.
You can hear him.
I know.
You
it's
can
all
hear
right.
him breathing over your shoulder.
I'm
doing
doing stretches behind you over here. Like, getting out of- I love it.
Oh yeah.
Eilert, we need to get a Premium Bliss reunion on the show at some point.
Oh, Petey.
Oh
so,
my goodness.
what else did I want to ask you?
Jeez.
Are you ever going to be like a tactically? Because you're in battalion levels, right?
Yeah, so I'm at battalion now. Yeah, we always do our rotation, so at some point I'll be definitely spending some tac time.
Getting out there.
1-900 tac talk.
Oh my God, we just
Mickey
watched that again.
Avalon, my dick. That's another one. Put that one on there.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, we'll definitely have a Psalm playlist.
I'll forward it over to you. It's called The Ratchet Hour.
I love it. And it's already scripted, so half my work is done.
You could search it on Spotify. It's got some pretty good stuff on there.
Yeah.
You know?
Dear
You got anything else? Anybody?
Dear God.
Anything else anyone wants to talk about before?
We'll put a link. We'll put a link to the Ratchet Hour up on the website too, for those of you that are curious.
Oh, that also, by the way, I talked to Mark, who's a Navy man, worked with the VVLP. He had a classic mixtape called Charlie Don't Surf. So I got a hold of him to bring the copy, a couple of snail mail copies. And
Get him on fucking
and I'll send
Spotify.
it, and we'll make copies, and we'll send it out to a bunch of people if they want it.
Awesome.
Also,
Alright.
we want to have this guy on the show because at Rick's funeral, Scott's dad in Arlington, we went and hung out in his hotel room. It was a whole bunch of us, and this guy had a huge bottle of Ciroc, like just massive, right? And that was it. So I went out to find mixers because I'm not going to stomach like pure on rubbing alcohol and like that. And so I'm driving around fucking DC in an Uber looking for fucking mixers for like 2.5 fucking hours in downtown DC, which nothing is fucking open ever, it seems like. And we and him ended up listening to Rage Against the Machine until like 3, 4 in the morning. And he's like, what, in his 60s, Scott?
Yeah.
Just fucking.
Age is just a number.
Oh, yeah.
And then the next reunion he did, Brian Duffy brought his son, who's an Afghanistan veteran. It was the three of us in the hotel room that's right above the Dubliner that Sam's talking about. And apparently, I was already passed out, and we got the cops called on us. And Brian Duffy opens the door. He goes, "There's 200 plus unsolved murders, and you come to this store?" Like, just,
Also,
like, doesn't like skip a beat. I'm like, God damn,
also,
you're good.
Duffy is like 6-something feet tall and about 6-something feet wide.
Yeah,
Like,
he's
he is a big
cat.
motherfucker,
And
man.
he's awesome. Hopefully we could do a future podcast for Army Navy game out there with him. He's got some
that'd be a
good
good one.
stories.
Also, that being said, we were discussing that. We want to do a live stream for the Army Navy game. We want to hear your thoughts on that and potential layout and stuff like that, because I
know how to lay it out. Don't ask them to lay it out, because then we have to do it.
Well,
God damn it.
yes. See, I'm trying to create more work for this guy.
Don't worry.
It's a lot of work for me.
Well, I
I'll
wanna
go down
work
there
people.
and record myself, and then we can put it as a side note.
All right.
But it's fun down there. It's really good.
Yeah, we'll take bets on how many chicken wings I can eat in one sitting.
All right.
Probably
Well,
a lot.
And when
Well,
you
you're
do
paying
that,
for
also
it.
That good.
go to our
Jesus Christ.
Facebook.
Fuck off, man.
Go to Semper Hua's Facebook, man, and just start spamming the shit out of it with memes.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Got to do it.
yeah.
Yeah. Also, backstory. Pete is the guy that has been posting a lot of the good material on that page too.
Yeah,
so,
it's all him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
So if it's shit, it's still him.
So it's
still
Yeah,
him.
absolutely.
it's
it might be me,
But
but
just
it's
keep
really
it coming.
I'm
Yeah.
in the corner over here, so there's a blog.
He hasn't left the studio in a week.
yes.
I just want to see my family, guys.
No.
Well, we still got
Hello,
his
I
got his
need my
doctor's appointment
pills.
scheduled later. They got to check his butthole like at MEPS.
Oh yeah, they do.
Yeah.
That's where they're giving me the
First of all,
vaccine.
Has anyone ever figured out why you have to do that?
We had this discussion just the other day, didn't we, Drew?
Yeah, we did, and no, nobody can figure it out. I was especially traumatized because while checking out my butthole, both of his hands were on my shoulders.
So for those listeners that know what the hell we're talking about, because we're like,
Yeah.
what
You
the
have a
fuck's
pro-
going on? So
How's
if
the
you've never been in the
prostate?
military,
People who've been in jail would know what we're
well, that's
talking
true. Been in
about.
jail, you know what we're talking about.
Yeah,
But if you have not been in
definitely.
jail or in the military, which is the same fucking thing,
Double points if it's military jail.
yeah, what?
Oh, well, they have a medal for that, you know.
That's the buzzer layup right there, man.
I got that one. Cool. We'll get that to later episodes. But yeah, so when you join the military, right, you go to a military entrance processing station, MEPS.
Maps.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you're in the Chicagoland area, you go to the one right outside Chicago, and there's this guy, and he's still there, according to the new.
Yeah, he wears like a black suit with like a little white collar in
According
the
to
middle.
previous traumatized
Colonel
individuals.
Sanders is what we call him because he looked
Right.
like Colonel Sanders. He's
Oh,
still there.
Oh, Dad.
He's
yeah.
still there. I know you saw him because
Yeah,
we joined around the
totally
same time.
did.
So
Yeah.
you had to. And if people are still talking about it,
Uh,
shout out to
Scotty
Colonel
Colonel
joined us at the same
Sanders
time,
is
too,
into
man.
Colonel Angus.
Colonel Hanks. So what you have to do is for this one of your tests or inspections or whatever the hell they want you to call it.
Medical exam.
Exams. I guess it would be a medical
Right.
exam. I don't know what is going on with this, but you take your pants off, bend over in front of this guy, spread your cheeks, and he just looks in your butthole, and that's it.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's looking for.
Oh.
I'm sure we could Google it and find out.
I'm
but
curious.
I don't want
He
to,
should
because
write a
I'll probably
book to
find
tell
what it
us.
is.
He
I
should
feel-
write a book to tell us what he found in
70 years of looking at
Like,
buttholes.
like,
The
total-
untold secrets.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Really?
I'll tell you what he
1,000
probably saw on
pages?
mine.
Is it hemorrhoids? Maybe. Maybe. It's
Maybe. I'll tell you what I saw on mine. A fucking
I can't imagine.
worn out asshole because I was fucking shitting out I was shitting all the water out of my body all night before because I
Yeah,
was
you get fucked up.
overweight.
Well, I got fucked up the night before.
Well, I did too, but I was overweight, and my recruiter made me drink 2 fucking bottles of magnesium citrate.
Oh.
Yeah, which is a super laxative, and you're only supposed to drink half of that.
I wrap
Right.
myself in
Oh my
saran
God,
wrap.
dude.
That was their recommendation.
Oh, dude, I wish I
I
had
did
that
the old
recommendation.
saran wrap.
Holy hell, dude! I
sweat it
couldn't
out.
sit for like a week, man. Like,
That's how he knew you had corn for dinner.
Corn? No, it was just straight water at some point, man.
Right.
So Colonel Sanders, shout out to you, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheers, bud.
Cheers.
Also, quit staring at buttholes, man. Like, Jesus,
Weird
man.
job. That and the pecker checker.
Pecker check. Well, no, I get that one. They want to make sure
I
you're
get
not,
it,
like,
but
doctoring
that's
your
your
piss.
straight. Like I know they rotate that job out at MEPS, but like there's a guy who sits on a stool and just.
Why
stares
does
at,
one
like,
guy
5
get all the
cops.
fun?
And he gets a
once.
pension.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean,
if you're into that, that's cool. But
Yeah,
if
I
you're
mean-
not, that seems fucking weird.
it does.
I doubt. I don't think
Can
someone
you-
who's
can you
miserable
imagine-
at that or doesn't like it would stick with the job.
Can you imagine that
Just
dude? Can you
crying every time they're swabbing a dick hole?
Can you imagine that dude's like Tinder profile? Oh, what do you do for a living?
Right? Stare at a bunch of cocks. All
I
day.
stare at cocks all day.
Awesome.
What's the promotional opportunities in that
Yeah,
line of
right,
work?
right.
But yeah, like how do you advance? Like
To butthole.
that's where you go.
Maybe, yeah.
That's where you go. Like
Imagine working at MEPS. Oh my god.
God,
Oh.
that place like just seems
It's
miserable.
It's so depressing.
Oh my god, it is. It's like all white walls. It's so
Bunch
clinical.
of scared kids all the way too.
Yeah, oh,
Why
yeah.
do I? Why do I have in my head it
scared,
smells
they're
like an
nervous, it's all over the
ongoing
place.
anal porno and smell in there?
No, the best is like when you go out for like a cigarette and stuff like that, and you see people whose families actually love and care for them, and they're there, and they're
Yeah.
like, "We're so proud of you. You're going off." Then you're standing there going, "I get to go to fucking San Diego with just the clothes on my back."
My dad was not waiting for me. He's
Yeah,
like,
no,
I don't think you can hack it.
Yeah, that's yeah.
I don't know why I'm
Your
making
dad
him
said the
sound like
same shit to-
Buffalo Bill from fucking. We puts the lotion on the
Goodbye,
skin. Gets the hose.
horses.
Crying over you.
Oh, we're getting a little sesh going.
There you go.
He did bring his guitar today.
I know that'll be interesting for later. My wife will really enjoy that.
Maybe I'll do it for another day because it's getting late here, buddies. I got a wife and kid to come back to.
You got two
I
kids.
got 2 kids. Fuck.
Jesus Christ! Which one did you forget about?
I don't want to say the names now.
The one they found.
No, we are not diming out. We're not diming out your children. You just have to say the first or the second.
And again, reaching out to his therapist. He's a,
He did- He
Doing
is a
good.
great
he's
father.
a loving father.
I'm here, Doc. Don't worry. Good to go. Jeez, I can't believe I have to say that just in case.
We all have to say that just in case.
Oh my god! All right, we got anything else, or we want to wrap this shit up?
Yeah. Are we going extra innings today?
Oh, we always are. I mean, we'll see what's up.
Yeah. The last time we went off the rails. Let's see how far it goes today.
There you go.
Well, thanks guys for listening. Make sure to check out semperwho.com. Check out the merch.
Fubi jar
Facebook.
t-shirts.
Oh, that's right. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Watch, like, subscribe, follow, all that stupid yada yada shit. You know,
Yeah.
that way you know when the next stuff's out. Looks like we're trying to shoot for every Monday for posting everything out.
Yeah.
Support the cast with donations, or you buy anything. 50% of all proceeds from the merch or from whatever the hell you give us money for will go to various veteran charities. Once again, the Gary Sinise Foundation is the one that we are personally rocking right now.
Absolutely.
But you can also, if you want to contact us and say, hey, look, boom, I want this charity forever you give money for, we'll totally give it to that. Also, if you got a POG Pro you want to nominate, send them our info. You got a story.
Pull up POG Pro. Pull up that thing.
Also, Scumbag. We
I
also
gotta
want to
see
hear
it,
about
love
that
it.
too.
I get-
you,
it's
want,
like-
you want him?
Him?
or you want that?
There we go.
Hey.
Also, if you guys jump on our Facebook, let us know what kind of merch you guys are interested in, and we'll put our twisted little spin on it and come out with some cool guy gear so you can
Yeah.
be the fantastic who.
See, it all takes is one time to be on the guest, and you are part of the show.
Yeah.
Which I love that.
Everyone's,
you, thank
everyone's
you.
taking a part here.
See, look at you're gonna be in the closet with him.
Also,
Hey!
yo, we can have the Pete and
not
Scott
gonna be
corner,
alone.
man.
Absolutely. We're gonna
be
turn off the
alone.
lights and play my favorite game.
What was that?
We're gonna turn off the lights and play my favorite
No, I
game.
heard that
Whose
part. What's
finger
the-
Oh,
is it?
whose finger is it?
I still like who's in my mouth.
That too, right? Or that's not it.
You're
Or
splitting
is-
hairs
is-
here
is
now.
this a sausage?
God, I hate you.
Really?
Really?
Could close this out solid.
All right. Jesus.
I want you to know I look forward to this every week.
Yeah, we might
Yeah.
be getting a Twitter or something soon. Who knows? I don't know.
Yeah.
We're gonna figure it
Yeah,
out.
the one in the corner keeps saying that we have to do Twitter and stuff.
I just hate social media, but I know you guys.
It's a fucking-
You're on
the way to go with-
Facebook. Get on Twitter.
I'm on
'Cause I'm
Facebook to
old and
promote
It's a whole
this
different
shit.
way of doing things. I don't know.
It's a whole. Whoa.
Ooh.
It's not.
I
You
haven't
just
even drinking
start
that
it
much.
up and put that little Semper Who on it. And
That little
Yeah.
Yeah,
center.
I kind of feel like Jack Dorsey's going to preeminently nuke us before
Right.
we even get on there.
what? Oh, you're all right. You're all right. At least it's not one of those like 5 Zuckerberg robots. So.
Mark Zuckerberg is not a robot. Yes, he is.
Yes. But reach out, let us know, help
hit
us
up,
help
man.
you,
Hit us up.
entertain you.
Hey, also, if you don't like this show, let us know.
Yeah.
If you like the show,
yeah.
We're not
let
going to
us
listen,
know.
but let us know.
Actually, no. If you want something to change something, add something, let us know.
Please
Because
do,
I mean,
yeah.
obviously, we're listening to
Well,
our.
It looks like I won't be here next week at that rate.
I'm also, for merch, I'm voting on more stickers.
Or
Yeah.
stickers.
Yeah. Stickers are
More
hot.
stickers.
Stickers are- I'll give you
My
more stickers
laptop's
on
not nearly full enough.
Yeah, Jesus. Okay.
In the draft dodging
Also, my car's only
DMV's
got
coming,
one.
right?
Oh yeah, we're gonna get that new T-shirt, the
Yeah.
DMV Draft Dodger from
DMV Draft Dodger.
from episode 1.
Thank
we had a
you.
lot of
Thank
listeners
you
that
very
loved
much.
all about the dodging the draft for that.
Yeah, very good friend of the cast and friend of ours personally, who's helped us promote this. Roscoe Van Dam
Yeah,
on
Roscoe
YouTube.
Van Dam's the
Please
shit.
go and check out his channel and follow it. But he's the one that suggested that as a shirt.
Yeah.
Roscoe Van Dam.
And yeah,
Damn, that's a good name, Van
isn't
Dam.
it? Isn't it, dude? Man, like, dude, his shit is so funny.
Yeah, he's got some good shit. Check it out, guys.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for putting up with our bullshit. Watching us.
Yes.
listening to
Also,
us.
watch his video about his wife's car review because he really wants to get 1 million views on it so he can put his face on the hood.
Oh yeah, that'd be good. Let's help a brother out.
There you go.
Definitely looking out for that guy.
All right. You know what I'm going to do this morning? We'll keep recording because I want to do the Anchorman thing because I want to add some credits in, rolling through afterwards. Just make it funny. Like, God,
You are a smelly pirate hooker.
I fucking hate you with a passion.
Yeah, I'm going to put the waters away.
Boom.
Like, you eat a dick. Give me that fucking.
Still rain, this is Raptor, adjust fire.